Hello there, this is Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Leonora Jawara with the National News Bulletin, and these are the top stories making the headlines. The chairman of the National Commission for Privatization, Sulaiman Kabak-Umar, has at the commissioning of the Queen Elizabeth II Quay Extension Project, says government is committed to transforming the port to a transshipment hub in the sub-region. Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio and his running mate, Dr. Julde Jallow, have been nominated by the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, Omfali Conte, to lead his party as the presidential candidate of the SLPP at the NEC headquarters in Freetown. The Ministry of Energy, with support from UNDP, has officially launched the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Policies at the British Council Auditorium. And in sports, Catholic Youth Organization has concluded its annual athletics championship at the St. Edward Secondary School, with Blue House crowned champions. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Anas Bai-Kuruma has turned the sword for the extension of the Queen Elizabeth II Quay. Now, the project, according to the chairman of the National Commission for Privatization, Sulaiman Kabak-Umar, will position Sierra Leone as a global competitor in providing transshipment services. Amadou Lamanaba has more and in our reports.
Chairman of the National Commission for Privatization, Sulaiman Kabak-Umar, has said government is committed to transforming the Queen Elizabeth II Quay into a transshipment hub in the sub-region. According to Kabak-Umar, the commissioning of the Nectar Port Terminal expansion and the proposed construction of the transshipment terminal by the National Port Development Company is a show of President Kumar's transformational agenda and supporting private sector investment to stimulate growth, address unemployment, and strengthen the country's economic development. He furthered that both investments that amount to millions of United States dollars that have been at the core of activities supervised by the National Commission for Privatization also indicates the level of confidence investors have in the government and believes in the leadership of President Anas Bai-Kuruma.
Our president has brought together three of the greatest security council members at the port. We now have the French, the Chinese, the British. All of their investment is as a result of the belief in his governance and in his administrative system. Your Excellency, we thank you for that, sir. Indeed, you have built a solid legacy, and Sierra Leoneans will forever remember you as architect of our great transformation. We do not only have the vision or intention to transform our port, but to actually ensure its complete collaboration parts in the region. Action past intention.
Kabak said the port terminal expansion on the east side of the quay will see the extension and construction of a new berth, as well as the provision of modern cargo handling equipment for bulk cargo operations at an estimated cost of over 18 million United States dollars. He added that the goal of the project, which will be completed in 4 years, is to position the port as a transshipment hub in the sub-region and get the country into international competitiveness, thus thanking President Anas Bai-Kuruma for what he described as his unflinching support to making the project a reality.
This project is strategically aligned to support Pillar 4 of the government's agenda for prosperity. Economically, the project will be a major infrastructural investment to Sierra Leone. It will increase revenues considerably for the government and people of Sierra Leone. It will also further improve investors' confidence to do business in Sierra Leone and create a lot of jobs for Sierra Leoneans. Private international companies will be motivated to further invest in infrastructural and manufacturing businesses. It is a transformational project which will drive quite a valuable project that will have enormous economic and social impact.
In his keynote address, President Kurma said the ongoing construction at the port and the development programs to transform it is part of the business model of running the country in partnership with the private sector, and their investments and the two projects are laying the foundation for an envious developed Sierra Leone. He said he feels fulfilled commissioning the project because of the special importance he has over the years attached to it, and despite the several challenges into getting it started, it has come to reality, creating an enabling environment for continued development.
Today is a very, very special day for me and for this country. For me, I feel very much fulfilled. Today, we get one project we're ongoing, and we can commission two. The importance of this is really great for we all in this country. Today, we will lay the basis of a great transformational project in this country. Projects when we complete them, it will increase the economic activities in this country to levels that we only imagine right now.
The concession agreement between government and NECTA that was ratified by Parliament last year will pay to government between 10 to 12 million United States dollars and a 10% fee to the Sierra Leone Port Authority for the use of its facilities. For Star TV News, Amadou Lamwanaba reporting.
Retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio and his running mate, Dr. Jude Jallow, have been nominated by the National Electoral Commission Chairman Mfwali Conte to lead his party as the presidential candidate of the SLPP at the NEC headquarters in Freetown. Waida Sise was there and she felt in this report.
As a presidential candidate and your vice president.
The nomination of the flag bearer of the Sierra Leone People's Party, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, has on Thursday, 25th January 2018, at the National Electoral Commission headquarters in Freetown, endorsed by the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, NEC, Mfwali Conte, as the presidential candidate of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Addressing journalists after going through the nomination process, the presidential candidate, retired Brigadier Maada Bio, highlighted his vision and post-elections agenda for positive change. Dilating on major issues in his agenda for positive change, retired Brigadier Maada Bio cited the restoration of quality education in the country, economic empowerment by largely investing on profitable agricultural businesses, and capital investment on human resource development.
Free education from class 1 to the end of high school, which is secondary school here. I also believe that because we have put our eggs in one basket for a very long time, that is why when the oil price fell, the economy was went through a very difficult time, and we are still going through that. It shrunk by a reasonable percentage, which means we have to diversify. And I'm looking at marine resources, I'm looking at agriculture, and also developing tourism as a way to make sure that our eggs are not in one basket. We have to make agriculture a profitable business because that is how it has been viewed and done elsewhere. We have to make sure that we collect our taxes and that the leakages, that we plug all the holes where the leakages are so that we can collect revenue. As of now, revenue, domestic revenue is about 11.1% of GDP. That is unacceptable. For us to be to demonstrate that we are a responsible nation, we have to make sure that we collect at least 20% of GDP.
Interviewing several supporters of the Sierra Leone People's Party, this is what they share with this medium on why supporting the presidential candidates of their party.
Well, today is the most important in our life. Today is the most important in the SLPP.
time we talk to us to go to the State House. We feel so happy, so joyous, because the next president will come March 7, 2018 to State House. We don't know later. So in general perspective, we are happy. More than one happy, because anyone we use more than happy. We can use them.
So you were able to brief me shortly why you decide for support Marabio? Why not other candidates of other political parties? Why Marabio?
Yeah, thank you very much. See, one thing first we consider in life is patriotism. The man demonstrates well. When you look at a military man, you look at the power, the hand over gives is civilian. It's not easy in Africa. You look at a man, he's sacrificing life. Because when you read the national pledge, he said, I pledge my love and my loyalty to my country. So the man sacrifices his life. He fights for this country. He lives in life. Nobody knows the way you go ask say, ready for die for the country, you go ask say. Most people are say die. But the man is, they don't have bush, sacrifice his life for the country. So me and you don't get this. So me, generally, I make up in mind, I decide in my say. Secondly, the man get a patience with all the tribulation. The whole is sad. Go there, come there, all the humiliation. The man at his man, the man of eat, he's still patient in life. Up to this point. I mean, I decide to say this man, I'm patient. I decide to
me own view what make I decide to vote for Marabio.
You will share them with me?
Because I will just give you free. Because Marabio, I think that the man will come for change salon. And I believe that the man will not get bend, not on my way bend, and straightforward man. So anybody will do it straightforward. So I believe that the right thing.
Sister, I feel happy. I feel joy inside me. Because the way they lead the way someone working with education, when they go on fine, the two SLPP they have power. When they say SLPP, we will not go to school self. We get something what they do. We go benefit each man. We go able to take care of the beginning. But from when APC kind of power, all that they know they go on. All things don't lack. You they go school overseas bribe before you go before. You ain't not get money for bribe. The beginning they go before. But Marabio don't go misuse. He go come, he do something at this country where we all go enjoy and salon go better and we get the name power and salon go much better. So now he make me a glad for vote for Marabio. Now man when we don't can a customer for win a salon. So if he come back, he sacrifice his power, he go, he give, then he come back, he say they vote, he they stand back for the party, glad from here. Who knows say the man said inside that house, he know how for okay, he knows salon, he say salon go better, power, and he go better man.
The presidential candidate of the SLPP, in a high convincing mood of moving towards victory come March 7, 2018, stated that he is proud to be a Sierra Leonean and expressed grave concern over any election malpractices this time around. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Waida Sisay.
You're still watching the news bulletin here on Star Television Network. Now, the Ministry of Energy, with support from UNDP, has officially launched the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Policies at the British Council Auditorium. Eric Silas Kawa has more.
The Ministry of Energy, with support from UNDP, has on Friday the 19th January 2018 launched the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Policies at the British Council Auditorium. Giving an opening remark, the Executive Chairperson, Madam Khadijatu Jallow, thanked the Minister of Energy for realizing the vision of the energy parity initiated by President Nkrumah. The Minister of Energy, Ambassador Henry Olufumi Macaulay, while launching the Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Policies, emphasized on the need for the private sector involvement, adding that it is the driver for the socio-economic growth of the country. He maintained that the policies provide the space to avoid uninterrupted power supply, mainly with the integration of both off-grid and on-grid facilities. The representative for World Bank, Alhaji Sheikh Yaya Sise, emphasized on the bank's readiness to support the government in addressing the high cost of electricity supply.
Systems provide limited services in Go, Kenema, Lunge, Lunsa, Ono, and Makene. In rural areas where the bulk of the population resides, electricity access is practically non-existent. The mining sector relies entirely on high-cost self-generation, which reduces competitiveness. Present generation capacity is inadequate. Only a fraction of the supply is available year-round due to the seasonality of hydro power and the high maintenance and fair cost of thermal plants.
He reiterated that there is need to diversify the energy sector in order to achieve sustainable development. The Director of Energy in the Ministry, Engineer Benjamin Kamara, in his presentation gave an overview of the policies where he highlighted to various stakeholders the background, challenges and vision of the said policies.
What we did, we developed the National Renewable Energy Action Plan, the National Energy Efficiency Action Plans, and the Sustainable Energy for All Action Agenda. And in those plans, as a ministry, we have expressed the desire that from 2030, say 92% of our population should have been able to have access to modern energy supply. And so the trajectory you are seeing there, which is just an interpretation of what you see just now. In 2015, our electricity losses was at 38%. And so, in accordance with our plans, we want to create a situation in which that could be reduced to something like, say, 9% by 2030.
Reporting for Star News, Eric Silaskawa, Freetown, Sarah.
Well, it's now time we turn our attention to sports as we join a sports correspondent.
The Sierra Leone female cricket side returned home on Tuesday, having secured glory to serve as the champions of the second edition of the ENOWAC Women's Tournament hosted in Ghana. Thrashing hard North Nigeria on Friday and Gambia on the weekend, our girls narrowly lost to Ghana on Sunday but secured 4th-spot laurel with gold trophy and several medals. The locals have got home to continue celebration, a typical reflection of the glory they earned in the tournament's 1st edition hosted in the Gambia, where they won all 5 of their matches. Sierra Leone will continue to lead the way even in the perennial oval crises, showing superiority to Nigeria, Gambia and Ghana. The ICC Development Manager for Africa, Patricia Kambarami, has commended the Sierra Leonean ladies for such remarkable achievement. Meanwhile, Nigeria has already expressed interest to host the next edition of the ENOWAC Women's Tournament. This request will be confirmed at the annual general meeting of the Africa Cricket Association in South Africa in April this year. The gurus of the Sierra Leone Cricket Association are looking forward to showcasing the skills of our girls in Botswana in August this year. Amidst all the worries, SLCA's governance style and cross-border glories have helped earn the country the global reputation to serve as one among the 40 members assigned the right to vote on policies in the International Cricket Council. In the world, the country is ranked 32nd, having an upright edge on Nigeria, Ghana and other big names. It is also ranked 1st in West Africa and 7th in wider Africa. Furthermore, Nigeria is going to host the T20 tournament in April this year, with competing names being informed to be on the alert. For Star TV Sport, Ali Kamara reporting.
Well, that's all in a news bulletin file here on Star Television Network, Channel 21. Thank you for watching. I am Leonora Jawara. Do stay blessed and stay with us.